Echo start as it crosses the room. Trembling noises that come too soon. Spatial movement which seems to near. Resonating a mask of fear. Hollow talk in a hollow game. Thoughts set out from the root of pain. Never said it was good, never said it was near. Shadow rises when you are
here. It's 3:51 a.m. and this is Covert Radio with music and the truth until dawn.
Back to the beginning.
And right now I've got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the American Communist Occupied Zone.
Body shed, not a breath too soon. Darkness rises and all you do is turn your jaw and cross the room.
The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall.
It's never been bad, there's always been true. Muted whispers, things you
know. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 3:52 a.m. America, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the enemy line, this channel is for you.
Back to the beginning.
Welcome to Covert Radio, and this is one little quick video before the Sunday show, which I'm going to hopefully get to right after this. I have a quick question for you guys here. So whenever this all started and whenever, the regulations started being handed down and all this, unbelievable tyranny started being passed down, did you ever believe that by them keeping the liquor stores open, did you ever believe that was really for your benefit? Do you think they were doing you a favor by not shutting them down, or at least limiting the amount of alcohol, or, That's my right, Covert Radio. I can drink as much as I want. I've been drinking since I was 12. Well, I've been drinking since I was 15, but I don't really drink anymore. I might have a couple drinks here and there, but let me give you some numbers here quickly. And this is all going to make sense here in a moment. Right now, recently, statistically, I should say, there's 69.5% of the American population from age 12 starting at age 12 all the way through, 100, 69.5% stated that they have had a drink, at least one drink in the past month. So roughly that's around 210 million people, 210 million people. How many do you think smoke weed? How many people have at least admitted it? Well, I got that number too. It's around 55 million people in America have admitted to smoking weed. Out of that 55 million, how many of them are marijuana, medicinal marijuana smokers who, have the weed card, the marijuana card or whatever? Well, that's about 5 million, 4 to 5 million, somewhere in there. So altogether, we're talking millions and millions and millions and millions of people, all dependent on weed and alcohol. I personally have a very big problem with alcohol. I have an alcoholic very close to me, and it's literally ruined our relationship. It's ruined the last 15 years. And probably irreversibly, because it's irreversible what has been said and what has been done, and it's tragic. I don't like alcohol. I don't like alcoholics. I cannot stand to be around alcoholics. And I get, because that's not you're not drinking. Okay, yeah, I get all that. If everybody's drunk and having a good time, whatever. But even at that, through my experience, since I started drinking when I was about 15, or it was actually earlier than that, because my mom would have these big parties, and I remember grabbing a cup of this on the table, grabbing a cup of that, this and that. This one's done with that. We had a bar growing up and everything or whatever, but I actually started drinking at a very young age, but I didn't actually become dependent on alcohol till I was about 15. Literally going to school drunk, drinking, and, that's a whole story I'll tell you guys some other time, but I want you to take a look at something here, because this is where we're going. This is where we're going. Quebecers, so this is in Canada, in Quebec, starting January the 18th, they will need to show vaccine passports to access liquor and cannabis stores. So they're talking a minimum of 3 shots, because you have to have both and then a booster, whatever, for you to be able to enter to get liquor and for you to be able to enter to get your weed. So here's my only question to you. How much longer do you really believe it's going to be till that comes here? If you know anything about Covert Radio, if you're a longtime listener, or anybody, listening that's new, maybe some of the longtime listeners can help you out and say, yeah, Covert Radio has talked about psychology and social control and mind control and the Tavistock Institute, which, the Tavistock Institute is the queen mother of them all. They are the master think tank of all of the think tanks that are under them. We're talking like right now, today, the Tavistock Institute has an operating budget of $6 billion with a B, $6 billion a year. And that's to run their entire network of foundations. So it's not just the Tavistock Institute. It's an operating budget of $6 billion a year, with literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of subsidiaries and foundations and groups that are under them. These are all think tanks. And this is all based on their ideology. It was started by a group of psychiatrists back before World War I, or right around World War I. So we're talking 100 years of an ongoing social engineering project, all based around controlling your mind. And once they control your mind, they control humanity. I mean, this is completely the speeding train. This is the bullet. This is the bullet train towards the fascist communist America that's unfolding right in front of our eyes, and, the globalist control. They know what makes you tick. They know what makes you tick. They've been studying humans for 100 and some years. And if you know any names regarding behavioral psychology, psychiatry, we're talking, these are all social engineers that are or have been part of the Tavistock Institute. It's part of their doctrine. This is all centralized. So Freud, Jung, Adler, Aldous Huxley, Bion, Edward Bernays, R.D. Lang, they've all come out. Eric Trist, Rice, they've all come out of the Tavistock Institute. And it's to control your mind. And the reason I'm even mentioning that, which that's a whole show on its own, do you think that they didn't know by keeping the liquor stores open that there was going to be a massive issue now with alcohol? I mean, they've been reporting on it for over a year almost. Here's MSNBC, growing concern over how much alcohol Americans are drinking. You see it? CNBC, growing concern over how much alcohol Americans are consuming during the pandemic. This was June 14th last year. They're talking American adults are drinking 14% more often, women drinking 17% more. And again, those are the people that admit, when they admit that, yeah, I'm drinking every day. But I'm just telling you that, do you think it's by accident that the liquor store stayed open? And I've been very vocal about weed. I used to smoke weed. I don't like it. I haven't smoked it in a very, very long time. I used to love it. And I used to be able to I would always picture myself. I'd be like, so when I'm 60, I'm going to be rolling blunts. And, I'd always try to imagine myself, because there was a point, where I could not fathom my future without weed. And I'm not a hypocrite. I have no issues at all with weed. I don't. But I do have an issue with people who are potheads. And I'm talking about grown men who are going on 12 years old who sit in furry pajamas all day while their wife or their mother, mother, wife, or grandmother, or real mother are paying the bills and keeping Mountain Dew in the fridge and Doritos. And, they sit there, oh, I'm a gamer, I'm a streamer. You don't even make enough money to pay for your own internet bill, let alone the delusion, which, again, I can't blame just you. This has all been handed down. This is all, and obviously there has been no male influence in your life to kick you in the ass and kick you out of the house. So really, I can't blame you, but I knew by them legalizing weed so quickly, it happened literally overnight. I knew it was for a reason, and I was very vocal about it here on Covert Radio. And my thought was that it's like, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do to disarm people. We're talking millions and millions of people who are smoking weed, have their medical marijuana cards, and studies have shown that after a year or 2 years of medicinal marijuana use, they'll have some other dreamed up think tank, Harvard study, whatever, Tavistock study, one of their subsidiaries, talk about the potential for violence in gaming and arms. So if you want to, keep your firearms, or if you want to keep your concealed to carry license, you got to hand in your medical marijuana card. Keep the card, keep your guns. You decide. And I really thought, that's what it was going to be about. But obviously, here it is. This is what it's about. This is coming to America. This is how they're going to keep the pressure on. There was a great, this guy's like 80 years old. His name's Ian Watson. He's a author. He had stated recently, this wasn't real recent, but in the last couple years, if you have to be persuaded, reminded, pressured, lied to, incentivized, coerced, bullied, socially shamed, guilt tripped, threatened, punished, and criminalized, if all of this is considered necessary to gain your compliance, you can be absolutely certain that what is being promoted is not in your best interest. And that was a quote by Ian Watson. They're going to keep pushing. Now they have a bunch of brand new alcoholics out there because the liquor stores never shut down. People were bored. People were working from home. People were working drunk. You don't think they knew this was going to happen? Come on. They knew what was going to happen. Alcohol is the deadliest addiction on this planet. Not heroin, not glass or ice or meth or coke. It is alcohol. Alcohol. And that's not only my opinion. That is the opinion of a doctor that I'm very good friends with who used to work on a certain floor of a hospital dealing with people who were detoxing. And he told me, he's like, Covert Radio, he said, you would think that the crackheads or the heroin addicts would be the tough customers. They would be the ones that would give, us the hardest time for detox. And he's like, no, it's the alcoholics. Bar none, it is the alcoholics, because not only is the withdrawal very, 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 very painful, it is also deadly. It's deadly. More people die trying to detox off alcohol or go cold turkey than any other drug on the planet. And it's legal. Again, you don't think they knew what was down the road. Okay, now, if A, B, and C, and D, and E, and F, and G, and H didn't work, then, hey, we got to go this route. Because really, we covered this basis back in 2020 when, we allowed the liquor stores to stay open. When we were just handing out weed cards. Do you know how easy it is to get a weed card? Do you understand how easy it is in America to get a weed card? You literally just call and say, okay, here it is. Pay your $200. You got it. Go to the dispensary. Okay, now, smoke. This is all by design. They knew. So look what they're doing, the Canadians. They will now need to show their papers, papers, please, to access their liquor. And you think Americans drink a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have till January 18th. Quebecers will soon have to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination to access Société des du Québec, whatever, the SAQ, and the Société Québécoise de Conduite, which is the SQDC stores. Quebec Health Minister Christian Dubé made the announcement Thursday during an update on the epidemiological situation in the province, alongside vaccination campaign director Daniel Perret and associate deputy health minister Lucie Oponte. I hope this will be additional incentive for some of you to get their first dose, he said, noting the new measure will come into effect on January 18. The Vaccination Passport will be extended to certain non-essential commerces in the coming weeks, and we'll be back with a list. We'll be back with a list after we have talked to the industries. So now they're saying this is just the start. This is just the start. This is going to be extended. And if you know what's going on all over the world, they're in Manila right now. You can't even go outside. You cannot walk out of your house into public without showing your papers. You guys, this isn't fear porn. This isn't anything like this. This is to let you know this is no joke. This is what's coming. Please share this. Please help wake others up, because this literally is an entire stack of dominoes. And divided, we will fall. They're not going to stop. They are not going to stop. They're not going to stop. And neither can we. And you can't be coerced into this, because if you do, this is the end of the human race. And I mean that very, very, very literally. And I'm gonna really show you guys some information here with the Sunday show that I'm going to record right now. It is Sunday. It's Sunday morning. This is no joke. This is, I mean, you go ahead, turn on Game Show Network, get on Discovery Plus, or the hundreds of thousands of other things you can numb your brain with or be distracted with. But as you do this, the ship is sinking. If you listen to my last show, I coined a new term called Titanic Syndrome, where we're all just floating along and drinking our, $500 bottles of champagne and sitting by the roaring fires with marble and granite, furniture and tabletops, mahogany, and the best of the best of the best of the best. And the entire ship is sinking all around you. You got hours. We literally have hours. So we need to continue to share information, share this type of information, share Covert Radio. Get ready to maybe try to check out covertradio.com. I'm working very hard trying to get that done so we can relaunch and use that as a hub. So, but share this info and ask some questions. Let's talk in the comments section. I mean, it is what it is. I got some emails I need to answer in this next video, but transhumanism is real and it's coming. And I'm going to give you a quote by Elon Musk here in the next show. You guys take care. Have a good day.